Hi everyone, Dr. Mario here. I just got done working with Google Classroom's new features, and I wanted to put together a video for you as soon as I could to go over them. Uh, Google Classroom, Google Suite actually has put together a couple of new things in Google Classroom. We went over Jamboard in my last tutorial, and in this one we're going to go over breakout rooms, and we're also going to go over a couple of other features that they have alongside of breakout rooms. One is setting up a poll, and the other one is asking a question. So I'm going to go through all three. Primarily, I want to show you how you can set up the rooms and where to find all that stuff, this new stuff that just came out. I'm really excited about these new things. Google Suite keeps adding some really cool things for us. So without further ado, we're going to get going on this. So first thing, we need to open up a Meet. So I'm going to go in here, and I've got a Google Meet set up for a test for our tutorial. So I'm just going to click on this. Now, just as a reminder, I'm going to go in here and show you in our editing our event that I've turned off all the guest permissions. So make sure you're turning off these guest permissions when you go in. So we're going to join with Google Meet. And camera starting up. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and join. And then again, the next thing, remember, this is the next thing that I want to do. I want to come in here before I invite anybody in, and I want to turn off quick access. Turning off quick access will stop anyone from just jumping into your Meet. And if you do the couple of things that I did in setting up the calendar invite in the first place, knocking off all those guest permissions, and then hitting quick access, again, as a reminder, that will stop Meet bombs for you. So once we're in here, we just click anywhere on our screen, and that'll get rid of that little window that pops up. And up here on the right, we have chat with everyone. We have activities. There's a new thing down here, turn on options and raise hands. So when you have all of this set up for yourselves, you can have your students raise their hand when they have a question. You can also turn on captions. So if you turn on captions, then it'll start printing that information out right across the bottom of your screen. And it'll know when you stop. And if you ask a question like, how many things are you doing? You can see that it's adding the punctuation as we go. So just so this doesn't bother anybody or take your attention off of where we're going, I'm going to shut off the turn on the captions. All right, so this button right here, our new activities button, again, really cool. So we're going to click on this. We've got 3 different items here. We've got breakout rooms, we've got polls, and we've got Q&A. So let's get into breakout rooms right away. That's why you're here. Breakout rooms. Hello, breakout rooms. There we go. Set up breakout rooms. It's going to say that in the main call, I'm the only one here. That's how I feel sometimes. So I'm in the breakout room, and if I want to set up rooms to put everyone who's in my main call, this is where you'll see all your students, by the way. Everyone who's in the classroom with you will be in the main call. We're going to go and set up breakout rooms. So let's say you have 14 students in the class. You can set up 2 rooms with 7, or you can set up 7 rooms with 2. You can set a timer on how long you want them to be in there. So we're going to end the breakout rooms after, let's say, 12 minutes. Click OK. And then we can automatically put them into the rooms. So let's say that I want to put people from the main call into a room. I just drag them into the room, and they go from the call into the main room. If I want to clear the rooms, I can cancel my changes. So once I place someone into a room, and you can see right here I've got 7 rooms set up, I can move people from room to room. If I want to move them in, if I want to take someone from one room and put it into another, and maybe someone pops up late into the classroom and they're in the call, you can take them from the main call and put them into a breakout room. If you empty out a breakout room, like say you've consolidated rooms 3 and 4 into room 2, all you have to do is cancel out those 2 rooms. The students who are in rooms 5, 6, and 7, nothing happens to them. You can clear all the rooms, and it'll put everybody back in the main call. And you can eliminate any of the rooms that you want. Right now we're set up for 2 rooms. We have a timer set up. We're going to cancel our timer. Now you can also shuffle. So let's say you put students into 2 rooms and you want to move the students around so not everybody stays in the same room. You can click on the shuffle feature, so that will kind of mix up who's in which room for you. So that's kind of a really cool feature. I like that. Once you have everything all set up, you click Open Rooms, and you get a little highlight up here that says Breakout Rooms are in session. And you can go in and edit rooms, so you can move people in and out. You can save. So we still have our breakout rooms going. If I want to join breakout room 6, I click on Join, and it'll pop me into room 6. Now, if I want to go back to the main call or join breakout room 7, I can just click, and it'll join me right into breakout room 7. Let's say I want to come back to the main call. I just leave, and that'll return me back to the main call. And that works really well if you hear someone come into the class late, so you can go and let them into it. Once you're all done and you want to end the breakout rooms, you just close the rooms. It's going to say everyone will be asked to return to the main call in 30 seconds. So you click Close All Rooms, and it will start counting down for you. You can also come up here and close the rooms right now. That'll drive everybody back to the main call, and you won't have to do anything else. They'll automatically appear in the main call. So once we're done with breakout rooms, let's take a look at polls. So this is another really good feature. A lot of us use polls throughout our classes and to try and get the temperature on things. And this is a good place for you to set things up. So you can start a poll and ask a question. How well do you understand today's topic? Question mark. And you can add in option 1. Really well. I still have a few questions. We can add another option. Not sure I understand everything, and I'm lost. Now, you'll be able to get their names and answers. You don't have to necessarily share those, but you can save this. Now, when you launch, you can either keep the results private for yourself to see, or show everyone the results. So let's say we were doing a poll on how to, or who liked what flavor ice cream, and we wanted to see the results in real time. We could show everyone the results as they're being tabulated. So at that point, If you're not happy with something you have, I want to change it to add another option. Um, I can teach this to my friends. Save it. We're ready to go. We click on launch. And then all of our students will get this poll popping up, and they get to choose one of the 5 answers that we have. You have a choice at this point. You can end the poll. So once you have all your votes in, count it up, see who has where they are. This is a good way to use for an exit ticket with a real quick result. Click on end the poll, and it'll lock everything in. Okay, so polls, pretty easy to use, pretty great, gives you real-time results. You can also share it with the students. Q&A, give everyone an easy way to ask questions. So I haven't used this one yet, but I'm looking forward to do it. So we can ask a question, and we can also allow them to ask questions. And when you do that, you'll see that Q&A will pop up on everybody's screen. It'll say that it's active, and then they can ask a question, and you'll see it pop up on your screen. This is kind of much better than having to keep the chat open and paying attention to what's going in the chat all the time. Students can ask questions here. You can also stop it at any time. Say, okay, Q&A is now closed. Time for us to watch this short video. Afterwards, I'm going to allow questions again. You can also ask a question. So you can ask a question like, how many volcanoes were in the last scene? And let students respond. You can ask, who can solve this problem? Anything you want to ask, you can post that question, and that'll be up for everybody to see. Okay? You can make it a hidden question. All right? And you'll see this pop up for an upvote. Who likes this, who doesn't? We can keep all questions on, or we can have our oldest questions at the top. So again, allowing questions, asking questions. We want to get rid of them. We delete them. Yes, I want to remove this. And I won't have this question any longer. So that's a real quick look into 4 new features. One is the turn on the captions. Remember, we can turn it on. And once we do, your students will start to see captions come on the screen, and they'll be able to read along. This is really helpful for people who are living in households where it's really noisy, or if they're someplace where they can't really keep the sound on. And we can turn it off just as fast as we turn it on. We also went over breakout rooms. Breakout rooms, we can do an awful lot. We can set them up, we can change the sizes, we can put a timer, we can shuffle students in and out. We can clear all the rooms. I can move people in and out of rooms as I want to. We can do polls where we ask a question, show everyone the results if we want to or not. And we can do a Q&A where we ask everybody a question. We allow them to ask questions, and everyone can see and hear your answers. So that's it for today. This was a really quick video. These are, again, Google Suite is really putting out some really cool stuff for us, and I know there's little quirks that we've got to work out with them, but pretty soon they'll be working those quirks out, and this will be an awesome learning platform for us. So stay tuned for our next one. I know that I've had some requests to start setting up tutorial videos for how you can use the Jamboard in a variety of different age groups. So I'm playing around with a few different things, and that'll be my next series of videos. I'll be doing one for elementary, one for middle school, and one for high school. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll see everybody soon. Bye now.